Hello and welcome to today's Mentorship Monday. As usual, every Monday we just meet here to ask ourselves some questions and answers, which is part of our Q&A. And today we are going to be looking at something that is really special. And we are going to be introducing something I have prepared for you that is called artificial intelligence or AI. I'm still a student on this, and so don't judge me up so much on this. But so far, I have been actively using AI as a business person to make sure that I remain efficient. And I am of the opinion that we are living in the most interesting time of our generation. Now is that time where computers will be rediscovered because machine learning came in and now we are at artificial intelligence. Well, let us take a dive in and just check what is this all about AI? What is it about? What is it? How does it work? Where can it help you? And what can it do for you? So, as usual, our Q&A session will come right after. And so if you had not submitted your question from our previous engagement, please, right now, type the question on the chat box, comment with your questions, and somebody's to check it out and be able to reply. So artificial intelligence, let's just go ahead with Google. And we just start with the word artificial intelligence. So according to the internet, or let's just go with Wiki, artificial intelligence, according to Wiki, says that it is in its broadest sense, it is intelligence exhibited by machines, particularly computer systems. I mean, up to that point, I want you to slow down and just digest that again. In its broad sense, it is intelligence, right? Intelligence has been defined in many ways. It is the capacity for abstraction, logic, understanding, self-awareness, learning, emotional knowledge, reasoning, planning, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. So it is intelligence that is exhibited by machines. What do we mean by machine? A machine is a physical system that uses power to apply forces and control movements and perform an action. So what you have right there in front of you is a machine, right? And as good as the machine is attractive to me, and remember, we are starting all the way from the definition, and we are going to go deeper. This is a subject that I'm still a student in. I'm enrolled right now at AI, CS50 AI through Harvard, and we are learning how these things work behind the scenes. So these are machines, but not just any machine. It is a computer system. So a computer machine that can be programmed to automatically carry out sequence of arithmetic logic operations, right? So you can see artificial intelligence. We are now defining the word intelligence. Why are we calling it artificial? Because it is not in human bodies, it is machines. But as Wiki puts out here, in its broadest sense, it is intelligence. So this is also defined, further as a field of research in computer science that develops and studies the methods which software, which enables the machines to perceive, again, another miracle right here. I mean, perception is the capability of a computer systems to interpret data in a manner that is similar to the way humans use their senses to relate to the world around them. Now, look at this. And it also uses learning, machine learning, ML. This is a field of study in artificial intelligence concerned with the development and study of statistical algorithm that can learn from data and generalize to unseen data, and thus perform tasks without explicit instructions. I want to repeat that last part, without explicit instructions. So these are machines. This is an intelligent that is running on a machine that is a system that can perceive the environment and learn, meaning it can discover new things. So, and intelligence to take actions and maximize their chances of achieving a defined goal. So such machines must be called AIs. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. I mean, Wiki has really put it out clearly for us. Let us see what Google thinks about artificial intelligence. So what is artificial intelligence and an example? Let's go there. Artificial intelligence is a method of making a computer-controlled robot or a software think intelligently like a human mind. Think intelligently like a human mind. I mean, this is the time we are living where you can have your machine thinking on your behalf. And I don't want to jump ahead of time because we are still very early on this artificial intelligence business. And what we are going to do is to make sure that we undergo each and every definition so that we get to understand. Remember, our method of teaching through the skills transfer program is understanding first and practical second. So we want to understand, all of us, we are all students here, Mimi included, because this artificial intelligence has just taken over by force in the very recent past. So we are among the first people to use this artificial intelligence in such a way. So it encompasses, somebody else here says, artificial intelligence is an evolving technology that tries to simulate human intelligence using machines. So AI encompasses of various subfields, including machine learning. Do you see the way you program your children by taking them to school? So machine learning here. And also there's something else they are calling deep learning. Deep learning, which allows the system to learn and adapt novel ways from training data. So what is this training data that we are talking about? If this is a computer and it is a machine, how will it know how humans behave? How will it know how humans think for it to adapt to that level? And that's where learning comes in. We are living in the information age. If you did not have an idea, from the dot-com bubble, from the early 2000s, information became more readily available by the introduction of the IPv4, IPv, right now we are out all the way to IPv6. And in fact, that's whatever they're going to get rid of them, immediately AIs take over like they are doing. So because of that availability of such a big amount of data, and we are living in a time where we are the most documented human beings to ever existed on the face of the earth. So we have documented almost everything. You have shared with the computers your birthdays. You have included emojis, which are now feelings. Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling what? When you're wedding, you know, when you're doing a photo shoot, when you're going through whatever, and you have searched on Google, thinking you're searching on the search engine, all this while the search engine companies were searching from us. We have given them all our worries, fears, joys. We have actually given them all the data that they could ever need. And so, how does AI become extremely, I don't want to use very hard words, but what makes artificial intelligence extremely, laser cutting, as opposed to human mind? When we are learning, we'll take, like, for example, what is the learning curve? What is the learning curve of a human being? Let's just go with the Google so that we can, let's check. Yes, in fact, I've got exactly what I wanted, right? As you can see, this diagram, every graph that is being drawn starts slowly and progresses with time. And just think about yourself, the way you were brought up. You started from the lowest level, right? You started from the lowest level, early childhood, something like that. Then you went on over to primary school, right? They were added more books, so you learned more. Then now you moved over to the secondary school. The topics were more broad, so you went into more depth, what they are calling the deep learning. And now when you came to your university level, you actually now went even deeper, what now we are calling the deep learning, by specializing in some type of learning. So that curve, slow learning, increase in proficiency, peak proficiency, and overlearning phase. All right, there's also an overlearning phase. I don't want to talk about that. But here, the idea here was just to show you that compare this to the learning curve. Okay, what is the learning curve of AI? Boom, let's just share the images. Boom, look at that. Look at that. AI takes the shortest period to go through the data. Remember, this is a machine. You can increase on their memory RAM. You can increase on their storage. You can increase on their performance. You can increase on them. So within a very short time, they go on and take on a lot of data, right? Through ML, machine learning. Then immediately you find that they are right at the top. Because remember, we are not talking about humans. These are things that can calculate. These are powerful machines that can calculate a lot of data at the same time. And now, once they learn, they will never forget. Once they have learned that data, they will never forget. It becomes part of their intelligence. And that's why we are calling it artificial intelligence. It just stored somewhere in those powerful machines. It's a program that now can access the data that we have via the data centers on our World Wide Webs. They can be able to access that data and continue learning. And that's where machine learning becomes a little bit dangerous. So we have intelligence that is competing with the human intelligence right now as we speak. So if that does not call for anything else, I mean, just try to think of the possibilities now that this thing has learned. It can never forget. And the other biggest advantage that they have is that they can clone themselves. So once I've trained these models, so for example, say this is model A. Once I have trained it and it has learned all the data that I have maybe on the internet, then I don't need to train another one. I just need to duplicate these. And that's how they are growing in numbers. All that intelligence that you have, can you imagine if you had the power to duplicate? A copy will be an exact copy of what you, if it was you who was being duplicated, the duplicate will be an exact copy down to the grain. I mean, anything that you know, your copy will know. So the power of these things actually, you know, multiplying, it's incredible. And I want to also to introduce you to some of the tools, so that you can now start seeing, all right, these guys have, okay, there's artificial intelligence. So how can it affect my life? So let us look at, for example, you are a business person. How can you use AI? How can you use AI? So I'm going to just go ahead and just check for the best AI tools for business owners in 2024 list. Right? I know for sure there is a list. I want to say tools here. Right? Somebody has already written a blog. Somebody else also has written a blog. Let us look at Forbes. It says 10 AI tools in 2024. What we are doing now, right now, is what we call computer electronic research. We are doing an electronic research as we are learning. Right? What is AI? Is the science of creating computer systems that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. Right? Generative AI tools. Right? Generative AI. Generative AI creates texts, images, video, audio, and computer code based on natural language prompts submitted by users. So you can see right there that the generative AI tools, the 5 aspects they have listed right there, are aspects any business person might need in their business. So get this clear. AI can create text. Yes. AI can create images. Yes. AI can create videos. Yes. AI can create audio. Yes. AI can write code. Yes. So your copywriter, photographer, videographer, studio, coder, web developer, all those people can be replaced by AI. right? So the generative AI tools can be used for a broad set of applications across just about any department and any business type and size. Everyone from lawyers, developers, actuaries, to market analysts, sales representatives, and HR professionals is going to be using some of the generative AI in their day-to-day work. So a good example is number one, ChatGPT. This is an advanced AI power language model. So power language model developed by OpenAI. So it belongs to the family of the GPT, generative pre-trained transformer models, and it is specifically tailored for generating natural language responses in conversational setting, right? Many have interacted with this thing, and if you have not, please go ahead and try. Competitors of ChatGPT include something like Bard by Google, UChat, and Hugging Chat. I've not explored those. We'll be exploring them later. So let's go ahead and open them. We are going to be exploring them in the time to come. DAL-E was developed by OpenAI, the same developers for ChatGPT. So it's the result of extending the GPT architecture into the visual realm. It takes textual prompts as inputs and returns an image output. How amazing is that? So, but DALL-E is just not just an effective image creation tool. It can also be used to edit and augment existing images. You can provide DALL-E with an image and text-based instruction. Input DALL-E will return an image based on your instructions as your output. You can also select specific areas within an image, call in painting to DALL-E realm, and so your instructions may be only applied to specific segment of the image. Right. AI for sales and marketing, Quafire AI, Apollo AI, AI for customer service, Drift, right? AI for HR, Lena, Fetcher, AI for meeting, Fireflies, right? Duets. We are going to be diving deeper in the coming weeks on the actual AIs that I would love us to use. So I'm going to be having to do more research about this. But this is the list that Forbes gives on this particular one. But I wanted you to ask that question, to answer the question that AI can perform these tasks. Generative AI can perform these tasks. So anybody who is a business owner, we know how content is important. Anybody who is a business owner, we know how images, video, content is king when it comes to online. Because online, we only sell 3 or 4 things: text, images, videos, now GIFs or something like that. But it is content. That is how humans will be able to interact with your business. And so AI is here to help us do also those things. Yes, Meta is another big player of AI. When we talk about players of AI, thank you so much for that question. I know top players of AI, it's now a competition from Google has Bard, IBM is in there, Microsoft bought out ChatGPT, NVIDIA, they're doing their AI, whatever powered for their gaming machines. Others, I don't even know what they're doing. Amazon, big players, Amazon Web Service. These are guys who are powering hosting for almost half of the website or of the web. And now the other player is called Meta. by Mark Zuckerberg. So there is a forefront war. Who is going to be the winner of the AI war? Because a lot of people, including Apple, Facebook, Baidu, this is Chinese, all these are working with AI. So you can imagine the kind of results that we are going to get. And I'm not saying this to scare anyone, but I'm only saying that AI has already come in with a very, very, very big force, and you cannot afford to ignore it, because as much as AI is not going to, like people are worried about, we are going to lose our jobs. No, we are not, because there is a catch 92 there. As much as they are able to learn, these AIs still need a human to direct them in terms of the prompts. So there's something that is called prompt engineering, and I'll be talking about that in our next call, prompt engineering. Now that you have the artificial intelligence that can do all these things that we have seen here, it can create text, images, video, and audio. You just now need how to prompt it for it to give you the result that you want. Remember, every business is unique. And so prompt engineering are big opportunities. And prompt engineers will be people like you and me. But the people who are not going to use artificial intelligence, they are going to be replaced by other people who are taking advantage of the artificial intelligence. Meta AI right now, their AI has been launched in US, and it is actually generating images as you type real time. Real time. You're typing, by the time you're finishing to type, the image is ready. So these are very, very, very powerful, supernatural. I mean, there's no human that can work in that speed. No, even if you get the best graphic designer, you cannot produce graphics at that rate. So this is just an introduction to artificial intelligence. And the next time we meet, I'm going to go deeper into the generative AI and how some of the most popular tools. And just to give you a snippet, because I don't want you to confuse what I'm doing here by searching and you say, maybe this is something that you could have already gone ahead to search. But I just want to bring your attention to my personal browser, which I was just looking again at the artificial intelligence as a branch of computer science that deals with creation of systems that can perform tasks that would typically require human intelligence. So learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, understanding natural language, and more, right? I have something that I'm going to be sharing with you over the weeks. And if I open here a new tab and I check my folders, I think I have AI right here. All these are AI tools that I've already tried them out for you, and I'm going to be sharing with you over subsequent coming weeks. So please, Mentorship Mondays, stay tuned. Follow our page on workmate.club or across all channels. AI is the language. This is the bonus on our skills transfer program, the Techpreneur Gateway. And if you have not yet signed up, head over to skills.workmate.club and enroll in the Techpreneur Gateway. Everything I'm learning now about AI is because I simply want to add it here as a discount. We already have the SEO, Google Ads, Meta, Canva, Upwork, WordPress, Elementor, and ChatGPT is right here. So inside the ChatGPT, we are going to start from there as we explore the world of AI. So stay tuned. If you have any question, I'm just checking to see if we have other questions and comments. Thank you so much for making sure that you showed up on this call. It's very, very encouraging to see some people coming through to learn. I mean, this is time invested because you are working to sharpen your axe, and it will take you easy or less time to be successful on the marketplace. So if there's any other question, can we agree that we are going to meet next time as we explore further into the AI? And if you're not signed up for the skills transfer program, Techpreneur Gateway, just head over to skills.workmate.club, find where you can find this Techpreneur Gateway banner, click on it, and make sure that you we get to learn exactly what is being offered here, because as a bonus, we have introduced artificial intelligence, which I can already say it is worth much more than even everything else combined. So up until on Monday, unless there's any other question, let me just check. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you. Thank you. I can see there's no more questions. And questions, I mean, anything to do with the Techpreneur Gateway, you can ask any question across all these tools that we have right here. So regardless of whether you're just starting with Canva, or you are at advanced level with WooCommerce, or you're stuck on paid digital marketing, then I'm going to be able to assist. Thank you so much. And until next time, take care of yourselves.